What's good? Joseph 3 Banks for Run the Comics, and this is my haul. This is from a few spots around the Atlanta area. I just want to show y'all exactly what I got from some pickups. So let's start off with this. I've seen this a while ago and I just didn't pick it up, but hey, I was able to get it for $1. This is A-Force #1. None of these characters are going to be used in the upcoming properties, so it'd be good to get this just to see what they were about. And this is coming off of the Secret Wars event from Marvel. So A-Force #1. I have #1, but I don't have the first #1. You know, for Rebirth, when all the different storylines came about, they had two #1s. One that kind of brought you from New 52 to the Rebirth, and then the official Rebirth #1. So it was good to get this one, which I have #1, but I didn't have this one. We have the big Rebirth logo across the top of for Superman #1. So it's great finding this and add that to my collection, since I did collect the whole Superman run. And let me go through all these because I am a collector of steel, and I found a bunch of these. 40. This one, I'm gonna see if I can find a better copy because I just grabbed it, but I want to get a better copy. You know, it is kind of a reader. I may just sell it. I don't want to, nowadays I don't want to get really bad copies unless it's a very high-end book. So this is just kind of, you know, it's not nothing getting no money back. I wasn't gonna try and get no money back for it, but I want to have a good, nice, so when I'm handling it, I don't feel like it's gonna fall apart. I felt this was gonna fall apart. So I didn't put this in my CLZ app, but I did keep it. So that's 44. I'm gonna get another 44. But we have 45, 47, 48. Trying to finish up that run. And 49 for steel. So that was really dope. This is Divinity II, #2, which is the only one that I was missing. I had 1, 3, 4, so it's great to find #2, and this is the B cover. But I like these B covers. It had a very abstract feel to it. It's really dope. Actually, my cover 2, 3, and 4 are all the kind of abstract versions of this cover that are really dope. So I really like that. It's Divinity II. Yes, I found a Black Panther, one of the older ones, and I do not have one of these, so I decided, let me go ahead and cop this. This is Black Panther #13. You know it's one of the old ones because I was looking inside and read there was a love interest, or somebody who liked Black Panther, or he had a love interest who is not Storm. So it's very interesting. I think the actual character is actually one of the people who's talked about in the new, I think, not the, yeah, in the Shuri series. I think it's the same character who he was in some type of relationship in this book, I believe. But I've looked back through that. But this is #13 for Black Panther, and I can't remember if this is T'Challa or his father. I can't remember. And I have another Black Panther #1. I have a bunch of Black Panther #1s, and this is the collector core variant for Black Panther #1. It's really cute, still bagged, so that's really dope. Anytime I see this one, I'm gonna get this. This is the first cover appearance for the Super Sons, and this was before Super Sons actually had their story come out. And I'm trying to think, is this the first issue that they were in together? I'm unsure, but I just love that cover. I think it's my second or third copy of this, with Batman and Superman and Superboy and Robin. It's just really dope. That's just the stare down, the century right there. That joint is just really, really dope. Coming up with some of my current storylines. This is Excellence #4 from Image Comics. Really dope issue. Really dope story about a magician, and basically how he's traversing being a part of the family of magicians and the legacy, but doing something very stupid, or is it stupid? Depending on how you see it. Almost being punished for it. So he's going through some of the trials about that. So this is interesting read. Kyrie Randolph and Brandon Thomas book. Of course, that Joshua Middleton cover for Aquaman 51, part of the Year of the Villain storyline or the event. So I am still collecting Aquaman, mainly because of these Joshua Middleton covers. I'm not collecting was it Batgirl or Batwoman? I'm not collecting those because I know he does the covers for those too, but really love these covers, really dope. And I was able to find this joint right here. This right here. I've been looking for this joint for a while. Spawn Batman. I found it in the dollar bin, and it is nice and crispy. Only part that's kind of not as crispy is, of course, as you would know, those corners. Let's bring it down in focus. Bring it down in focus. See that? Little corners right there. But that's it. But these corners right here, look at that. Cut butter with that. Cut butter. So your background is my family in the back. But this is Spawn Batman with Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane. And right here we have Canto #1. This is I think it's the third printing actually. Yeah, this is the third printing. But I'm glad to get it. So I'm really happy about that because I could not get the first printing because that sold out. It's a limited series, a limited run anyway, and I wonder how big this run is. So that'd be interesting to find out. Brother Voodoo I should say not Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo, because he has the Eye of Agamotto. This is #5, which is the series, end of the series. I'm just missing 4. I thought I had 4, but I don't. I have 1, 2, 3, and 5. So I'm missing 4, so I need to find 4 so I can have that series. It's a cool little series, and Dr. Doom is appearing. For Dark Horse Comics, we have Sherlock, Frankenstein, and the Legion of Evil #3. This is really interesting story. I don't have 2. I'm looking for 2, but I was great to have found this one. I think I only found it for like I think $1, I believe. But I gotta look again. And of course, the Powers of X #3 of 6. This is the silver cover, the cover A. So this is really cool to get this, even though I really want the Huddleston covers. I'm trying to get all the Huddleston. I have the Huddleston covers for the House of X and Powers of X 1, but I'm trying to find the rest of them. So it's difficult to find because I think it's a 1 in 10 variant. But we'll see how I do. Savage Dragon #50. This is really dope. 100 pages, so it's really thick, but I was able to get this. I think for I forgot how much I paid for this, but it was not that much. Oh no, I paid like $1 or $2 for this because I got this from Half Price Books. Not only did I get this from Half Price Books, but I got the Multiversity #1 blank cover from Half Price Books also, and that is really dope. And it has the A cover on the inside. Once you open it up, it has a blank cover. Do some nice dope work. And right here, taking it back to the 90s, y'all. CyberForce #25. This is from the second volume. I thought this was from the first volume. It's actually from the second volume, but like it still has the same original team in the second volume. CyberForce is actually still going, but it's a whole different team. I think she's still a part of CyberForce, and I think her name is Velocity. But Ripclaw, all these other dudes, man. I think it's named Maul. This is really dope find. I got it for $1. And they had a bunch of other 90s, shiny 90s books. Look at that shine. They had a bunch of these, so I was able to get this one, so that was cool. Speaking of Kanto 3, you know what? Even though it's not like the super illustrated, you know, some of the top illustrated books, it's a dope story. And I think that's really what's enchanting about this story. It's a very good story about this guy trying to find it's like trying to find the heart of your princess. There's a metaphor in that somewhere. But it's just a really good story. The illustration style is very cartoony, very light, but I think it's very, very well done. So this is #3, which is really dope. Livewire. I am now trying to get back on Livewire. I was away from it. I think I have Livewire 1 and I have 8, but I'm missing all the other ones in the middle, so I need to find those. But this is #9. This really dope cover, which is kind of like a mark, like they use markers, probably Copic markers for this. But it's really dope. And that's Livewire #9, which I hope to get back into it because I think this is the start of the new arc for the story. Middlewest. I've talked a lot about Middlewest. Great story, really dope story about a father and son, and now grandfather. So you don't really go deep into the mythos of Middlewest, but we do learn some more about the grandfather and his relationship with the father and some other things. So it's really dope story. Really want to know how to next issue goes after this, because there's some tension in this book. So I'd really like to know how this goes. Here we go with Ironheart, goes to Wakanda. This is Ironheart number 9. I am getting this book kinda here and there, but I want to see exactly how it goes. I'm missing like from issue 3 or 4 up to like 7, but 4, because number 4 is one I'm really trying to find. So we'll see how that goes, but that's Ironheart, interesting character, so we'll see. And then we have the Batman Last Night on Earth 2 for the DC Black label. I have had 1, so I definitely had to get 2, and I haven't even read 1 yet, so I need to get on that. So yeah, really dope. I'm glad to have gotten that. And you know what else I got? See, these are all the books. Threw them down here. I even picked up this. I know I talked about this before, but I got more of them. Yep, I'm talking about Once and Future. You know, I know the speculation was real high on this, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more copies, so I have 7 in all. So really want to hope to flip these. I should have done it earlier, but we'll see how that goes. But that's my haul. Hope you enjoyed it. It was really dope finding these, and I am really looking forward to what's going to come up in the next coming weeks, because this was not only just regular just picking stuff up, there's also some of the ones which I had the Excellence and Aquaman were ones which I had on my pool. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming up, and I hope to share more videos. If you like this video, share, subscribe, like, and definitely hit that bell if you want more notifications every time I drop videos. And I am out of here, alright? Joseph 3 Banks for Run the Comics. Grace and peace.